Good morning, everybody. I told you I'll be out by the water. No one's come and kick me out of here. Yeah. So I decided that get the little lakefront view. I didn't think this through though. There's kind of a lot of sun. I might have to bring sunscreen next time. I guess if I show up in the video tomorrow and I'm all burnt, you know what happened. Yeah, I don't do very well in the sun. That's okay. We at least get a nice view. You get a nice view out of it. I get to stare at a swing set. But good morning, everybody. I did not play the last couple days. My excuse for Saturday was it was the 4th of July. Y'all probably figured that out. But for yesterday, my excuse, I didn't have one. I just didn't feel like playing. I don't actually remember what I was doing that morning, but I think I managed to get to bed at a time that was far earlier than I normally get to bed. So, yeah, that was my reason. I got to go to sleep. So, this morning, I've decided to show y'all the lake. This is Lake Geneva. I've swam in this lake a total of, I think, less times than I can count on one hand, because we used to live next to a different lake. But this is kind of the centerpiece of Keystone. It's a very pretty lake from here. I think every lake is pretty personally, but this one's a decent looking lake. It's got a bunch of lily pads and grass. It looks really natural, which is cool. I've done many things here over the heck. Oh goodness! Whoa, there's a lot of sand that right there, all over my bug bites. Holy crap! That was a lot. Whoa. Anyway, I'll just swat them off as needed. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've done a few things here. Actually, right here on this beach, they had a surfing competition, and I did not surf. I've never surfed actually, but the marching band was asked to play the national anthem for the surfing competition, and I thought that was pretty sweet. So we got to do that. It was in jeans and it was in April, but it was fun, if nothing else, and I got to show everybody that I was loyal. Then back when I used to do the community band, for the last couple years, we actually held it in the pavilion. It's right there. So some of my best playing experience, some of my best memories as a saxophonist are in that building right over there. Unfortunately, that band was dismembered, I think right before my senior year of high school. And I'm not going to go into specifics, but there were a lot of health concerns. Keystone's it's a town filled with nicely put wise people. There were a lot of elderly people around here, and a lot of people kept having like health conditions and stuff. And finally, the wife of the band leader started contracting some illnesses, and as a result, from all the stress and the money, he had to quit the band. So we haven't come back together since then. I'm not going to go into specifics about all the details. But that's probably still my favorite band I've ever played, and everyone there was so nice, and I learned some pretty valuable things in there. It was my first long-time jazz band. I mean, I didn't learn how to improvise, but that's because I was a coward. So that was my first real foray into jazz. I mean, my first actual jazz band was in middle school, but I think we can safely say that nothing you do in middle school really counts unless you're good, and I wasn't. So I was top of my class, but there's no such thing as a good middle schooler. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say. It's a little history lesson on me. If you've been around longer than my channel, which would be awesome. I don't think I've actually posted any of my community band concerts on it. Even just finding on Facebook and stuff. I don't think I've ever actually posted any of them. But you've probably heard them if you've been on the Facebook. Like if you're part of family and you have heard them. A couple of y'all have attended in person or even performed in the band, which I think is even better. So yeah, shout out to all those of y'all who performed in the Keystone Kiwanis Club jazz band. I don't know what they called it. It was pretty much a community band for me. That's how I referred to it. The Kiwanis Lake County, whatever, I don't know. Something about Keystone, something about Kiwanis, something about community band. That's what I remember. I was never real good with names. So yeah. I really still haven't decided what we're gonna do for this video. We left off, I was still working on the F-Series, but I've been working on the F-Series so long, it's probably just time to move on and come back to it later. I've still got like 10 more series to go. And honestly, if we stick around on this series any longer, I know I'm gonna drive y'all insane. So, we're gonna move on for today. And then when we go over the first 3 series, probably either at the end of this week or maybe even earlier, depending on how fast we go. Because this series is pretty easy for me. That's what I said about F2, wasn't it? But if we get as fast as I want to, then I'm gonna do a review of the first 3 series. We're just gonna play them straight through. The ones I mess up on, I'll work on for the rest of the day, and then we'll move on to the 4th series, which if I recall is B flat. So today I've decided just now that I want to start on the G series. The G series, for those of you keeping track at home, at least when I'm playing tenor sax, is the key of F concert. So I'm gonna get out my metronome. We're gonna get to work. I can put my metronome somewhere other than right next to the laptop for once, which is nice, or the iPad. So we're gonna set it right there. Just be careful, there's some 2x4s or some sort of plank. I don't think it's a 2x4, but it's close enough. I don't want to break it. That's public damage, and that's a crime. So, really what I'm doing, I just read the sign a minute ago. There's a park sign. No sound making device should be heard for more than 10 feet. Safe to say you can hear me from more than 10 feet away. Right now, we're actually about 5 or 6 feet apart. You're gonna hear me just fine, I hope. So, yeah, a little bit more than 10 feet, I would say. If a saxophonist can only play 10 feet, they ain't putting any air in the instrument, they're just hitting the instrument. But either way. This one's going to be a little bit brighter than the F series was. So, yeah, that'll be cool. Look at that breeze. Look at that beautiful breeze right there. That's what you need in Florida right there. It's not even humid right here. It's just a lake. We're not near a coast. Not really. Like I said, actually, fun fact for most saxophonists, the first scale we learn is actually the G scale. If you start on tenor sax, but most people don't, you actually start on the C scale. But for most people, we start on the G scale. So this is the scale you'll know the longest, more often than not. Most people don't start on tenor. I've seen some people start on tenor. If you're going from clarinet to saxophone, you'll probably start on tenor. And I've seen some larger kids start on tenor, like some taller kids. But other than that, I mean, pretty much everybody starts on alto. So the first scale you're going to learn is your G scale. So you should have this one down, theoretically. Oh, look, families are going. Maybe these people ask me to move. We'll see. Easy. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna fly through the major scale because it's really simple. After that, we'll see. But we're gonna fly through the major scale. We'll probably fly through the minor scales for once because those are pretty simple too, actually. Where we're gonna have the most trouble is going to be the arpeggios once again, or I guess for the first time, really. But you'll find out why in a minute. I'm not gonna spoil it. You might find out today. We probably won't. Gnat crawling up my chin. These stupid gnats, I hate them. I hate gnats. I almost hate them as much as the flies, which I almost hate as much as mosquitoes. Like my fourth least favorite bug. I hate roaches too. I hate all the bugs. Bugs are stupid. Also, my phone's probably going to die because it has to sit in the sun in order for this to work today because I don't have any shade. Not a single bit of shade out here. I could set it under my foot and put it in my pocket, but otherwise, no shade. We are just out here. The breeze feels fantastic, by the way, but it is still hot. It is probably like 80, maybe even 90 degrees out right now. One 12. I need water. It's so hot. Also, another little fun little personality note about me is Smart Water is not even my favorite water. I think that's somewhere between Zephyr Hills and Fiji for me. Those are the two I usually drink. Zephyr Hills if I'm on a budget, Fiji if someone gives me a water. But Smart Water, I remember, shoot, that had to have been 4 years ago at this point. We were going to this thing called Solo and Ensemble. For y'all that don't know, we go and perform a solo in front of a judge, or an ensemble piece, but usually it's solo for a judge and get graded on it. Some schools do it as a requirement. Mine did it as an extracurricular, and that was probably the thing that informed me the most before I got to college. I don't remember which time I went, but one time we had to stop at a gas station because I was just dying of thirst. And the whole time I was like, I need water. And then the first thing I saw was Smart Water, and it was just calling. No, I think my mom got it actually. My mom got me a Smart Water, and ever since then, every time I do anything musical and I need to go to the store and buy a bottle of water, it's Smart Water. Don't even like it that much. It's okay. It kind of tastes like metal though. But I've been drinking it for everything music for so long now that I just drink it anyway. Fiji's better. Zephyrhills is better. It's okay. But it's the water I drink for literally everything. Context, there's like I think a 4-year-old over there staring at me. Thank you. I'm just doing reps. So she's so. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Oh really? Hang on, y'all. Oh, that's awesome. I used to go to Keystone right down the road, but I'm in college now. You know where Stetson University is? It's in DeLand, about 2 hours south of here. But I'm going for music education.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Daniel, actually, but everyone adds yes.
That was great. I'll probably cut all that out though. I don't know. I probably should include that in the video. It's okay. We'll see if I cut it out or not. If I don't, very nice guy. He recommended a book to me. So I'll get back to you guys now. 112. I was almost Goodness gracious, get off my bug bites. I've got like 4 bug bites down my leg right now. Like nasty ones. Ones where they're crawling all over. I'll show them to you, but honestly, that's not quite the audience. Where we at? Was that 116? I think so. Yep. 120. And we're gonna move on. This one will never not give me trouble, folks. I don't know how easy these get. Crap. Brain fart.
Try slowing it down.
I might.
You keep messing up. That's the best thing that I do when I keep messing up in the same spot.
Yeah.
Slow it down for a little bit and then try picking it back up.
Oh my god.
See.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now my brain's figured out. Kind of. Okay. 84. I can't read. I can't read. I just don't. I'm terrible at reading. Anyway. That in my ear. Goodness gracious, get out of there. I hate that. Bitten all small holes. My nose. Okay, well, besides the fact that all my notes went away for some reason, that was okay. All right, 88. Hot out here. I feel like my phone's gonna shut off from overheating in a minute. That's gonna be fun. You have to do this sans metronome. I bet you don't. I bet you haven't heard that word in a while, huh? Scratch my head because it's itchy. All right, up to daisies to 92. Yeah. Something dangerous bit your foot, you wouldn't have a foot. That's a good pearl of wisdom. There we go. Now, 86. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 100. Get some good reps in the day. Oh, get out of the way. It's telling me to connect to my own hotspot. It is available, but I don't need to connect to it for recording. Recording don't require the internet. It shouldn't. There we go. All right. 104. I thought we were gonna stop here. We're actually going pretty quickly, so I'm not gonna. We're gonna go to 120. Yeah. So hot. My water is already like halfway to being warm, by the way. Not even like lukewarm, like warm. It's lukewarm now. Like it was straight out the freezer, or not out the freezer, but it was out the fridge when I got it. It's gone from about 50 degrees to about, the water has got about 50 degrees, about 75. Joker is not good anymore. All right. There we go. 112, baby. Yeah. Woo. $116. We're gonna go until about a minute 15 video just because I don't know how long talking to that guy. He's cool. But yeah. Finally, 120. I'll go with it. Minor scale. Harmonic minor scale. It's a great family over there. Anyway, no nuts on my leg right now. Actually, the nuts have been going down a little bit since the sun started getting higher. But I'm not gonna hope for anything. They'll probably all come back just as soon as I say. Alright. 96. This one doesn't need to be as slow as the other one. The scale. Actually, this is probably one of the easiest harmonic minor scales you can play. Really. Whoa. My water, my lukewarm and disgusting water. I don't remember what verse in the Bible it says, but essentially what Jesus says is, I'd rather you be hot than cold, because if you're lukewarm, I want to spit you out, and I understand what he's saying. Lukewarm sucks. This water already tastes like metal. I wish it was at least cold. Stuff gross. But I'm gonna drink it. Actually, I think Smart Water is one of those like alkaline waters. I've never been a big fan of those. I know it's like all about your pH and blah, 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 blah. You're gonna live longer if you balance your pH. I don't care. I'm gonna die anyway. It'll be alright. Like, it's alright. We're playing the saxophone right now. We don't have to worry about all that nonsense. I'm gonna live longer than most because my lungs and my heart are gonna be fantastic. Start doing drugs like all the famous saxophonists start doing, I'll be okay. Fucking, if y'all want something like scary to look up like all the famous jazz musicians that were like hopped up on every drug, man. sidewalk. This is a boat ramp. Two very different things, and it wouldn't help at all because it goes under a bridge. So actually, it might not even be a boat ramp. I don't know what this is. I think it's a boat ramp. It could be a drain though. Actually, it's probably a drain. Good. 104, I think. Yeah. Let me let y'all know how stupid I am. My metronome has an option where you can just tap it to go up or down on, you know, the up or down side. But instead of that, I use the scroll wheel just a little bit to get to 4, where I can just tap it 4 times and be done with it. But I always miss, so I always go over, I don't go quite far enough, and then when I don't go quite far enough, I go over, and vice versa. And it's like, only every now and then do I land it. I've been using this metronome for like 5 years now, and I still can't do it right. I don't know why I continue to use it like that. I can just use it the intended way. See, like I said, these scales aren't like that hard. It's just making sure I hit all the notes right, which, you know, it's like every scale. But the point really is just that, like, these scales are going to be the easiest ones I play for a while. These and maybe the D scales are going to be pretty much as good as it gets for ease, and after that it drops off significantly. And even those can be hard in some instances. You're about to find out what this one's problem is, probably either tomorrow or day after, but you're gonna find out real quick why this one's a problem. It's gonna make itself known in three exercises. Goodness gracious. Besides the fact my nuts keep going in and out, that just might be because it's hot. I'm hot, and when I'm hot, I get tired, and when I'm tired, I ain't focused right. So, that's why I do these early in the morning when it's not quite hot. It's humid, but it ain't hot.
What happens when I relax myself?
Get off of my arm, butthead. Gone. I'm probably tripping at this point. Out of the way. All right. 116. Get off my nose. These rotten creatures. I hate them. What am I even at? I don't even remember. Oh, look at that, I'm almost there. We're gonna move on to the melodic minor scale. Oof. Never fun. Never in any series is that one fun. Except maybe one or two of them. I don't know. Actually, it's not too bad in A, because A is all naturals and minor, so it's actually quite nice, easy to play. But either way. Speak right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 120. Some good reps. Oh, it's hot. Like I'm feeling a little sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling a little nauseous. Which happens when it's hot. Fun fact about the state of Florida: they just recently implemented a law applicable to all schools in the state of Florida that if you have an outside extracurricular activity after a certain temperature, you are legally supposed to go inside. That's how hot it is here. I don't know if they have that in the other southern states. Man, it is hot here. It's humid, it's hot. Like, there's never a good time to be awake in Florida except at night. And even then, the creatures will come get you. It's like Australia for Americans. It's awful. It's terrible. There's a reason you heard about the Florida man throwing alligators through a Wendy's drive-thru, because that's where we are. They're in the gator land. At least the harmonic minor scale there. We're gonna do one more and then we're gonna head home. It is hot. I'm jumped the temp into that lake. Right now I'm tempted to jump in that lake is what I was trying to say. Not only am I holding one of my two good instruments, I also don't have any swim clothes. It would be we would end up driving home wet in the car, and I don't want my car to smell like mildew for weeks, so I'm good. I'll just cool off at home with the air conditioner. Yeah. What am I doing? Oh yeah, melodic minor scale. I'm gonna make myself suffer a little bit longer. See, it's when you're tired, it's when you do your most work. to all the marching band folks still in marching band, the hardest part is the part where you end up making the most progress. You can stick it out until your band director says go inside, you'll be fine. If you didn't bring no water, that's your fault. Otherwise, you'll be fine. I guarantee it. Your body can do a whole lot more than what you think it can do. I found that out. I call it the hard way, but it wasn't really hard. But my body can do all sorts of things I'd have never thought it could do. I thought I'd melt like Frosty the Snowman by now, but apparently I'm still out here. I thought it'd be smelling nice and good, like some pork or something, but nope. I'm still out here. I'm just sweating. I'm a little greasy. That's about it. But your body can do a lot, man. You ain't got no idea. This 300-pound joker right here can float. Yeah, I can float. I float in water. Really good too. Like, but your body can do all sorts of cool things. You just gotta let it, man. You can't be scared of the sun, man. You can't be scared of heat stroke. You can't be scared of stuff like that. You can't be scared of being tired. You just gotta do it. Now, if you start passing out, obviously, go get a bit of rest. But wait till you can see the spots in your vision. Or the purple, or the tunnel vision. Wait till you can see those first, and then go call for help. Don't just be like, oh, I got a headache. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded. No, wait till you see the spots in your vision, then go get help. That's probably terrible advice, but you'll be surprised how far you can make it before your body actually starts falling apart. So, do this little science experiment, nothing else. Alright, melodic minor, that's why. Okay, I got you. I figured it out. I don't actually remember how he wants me to do that one. But I'm going to keep doing it like this because all I got to do is add one more note if that's what he wants. By the way, I should mention the one note you might want me to add is so like I don't really know what he wants me to do there. I'm going to stop on E flat, and if he says it's wrong when I get back to college, that's okay. I'll just practice something else. It'll be alright. Really, these are supposed to kind of give the feel behind the scale and the arpeggio, but not really the actual whole thing, if unnecessary. I could probably just look. I'll probably look for tomorrow, but for right now, Someone at my job put it to me best. I think I was talking about earlier with the self-confidence. You have to have just enough of delusion until your delusion is true. And then it's just true. It's not delusion no more. Like, you can't obviously be cocky and hot-headed about it, but at the same time, you have to be like, I'm going to be skinny. I'm going to do my skills right. I'm going to learn how to swim for an hour. I don't know. I'm going to go stand out in the sun and not die. Like, you gotta have that mentality when you do stuff like this, because otherwise, what even is the point, man? If you're not going to get better at it, you might as well not even do it in the first place. Like, people are going to argue like, oh, your hobby is just something you do for fun. Well, I'm sure you want to be good at your hobby. Just saying. Like, you don't need to be in no competition with nobody. If you ain't want to be good at it, it ain't your hobby. assignment, so that might as well get paid for it or something. Ain't no value in it. You don't want to do it. You just want to say that you got a hobby at that point. That's how I feel. I can proudly call this both my hobby and my career. It's because it's something I enjoy doing in my free time. And it's something I'm actually going to do. My hobby, if I would get better at it, my career, if I would get good at it. So, there you go. Turn your hobby into a career. If you ain't that far, you should try it. Like, do what you love, but just be careful. So God might have a different plan for you, but at the same time, God likes hobbies. He thinks they're cool. I think, personally. He's never going to make you bored. I don't think. I don't know. Don't go doing that. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm dying. Easy. We're just going to get to 120 on this one and then call it for the day. Fantastic. 104. So what's one of the melodic minor scale, at least the G, is that it's actually two scales I warm up on. The G scale is easy, so I warm up on that, and then I warm up on the B flat scale, which usually covers my full range. But going down on the melodic minor scale is the same as going up and down on the B flat major scale. Okay. So I warm up on that scale because it covers the full range of my instrument. It's simple as that. If I had a high F sharp, I'd play the B major scale instead. I'd play the I'd play the F sharp major scale instead. But because I have no F sharp, I play the B flat scale. I could also play the F scale, but I like the B flat scale. The B flat is good. It's high. So it's B flat's moving on So this might end faster than I thought it would. I shouldn't say that. I just cursed myself, didn't I? Yep. Gonna go on another 30 minutes on this one. So the note's not coming out. That was pretty much it. 116. And we're out of here, baby. 120. That's what I just said, yeah. I speak gibberish, but I can't speak English. Oh, fantastic, good one. Just for the sake of it, why not? Let's review this for him. Alright, that's everything for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pack it up for today. Thank y'all for joining me on this hot Florida morning. I hope y'all enjoyed the view of the lake here. I'll decide whether or not to cut out the video of the guy. Not because he wasn't friendly or nothing, but just because, I don't know, I feel like I should respect privacy. A little wave here and there ain't too bad, but a full conversation might just be, I don't know. It's off camera too, so like y'all won't get to see any of it, y'all might not hear it. But I guess I'll decide when I get there. I'll hold on to it for myself, and I'll just stitch the two parts together. Yeah, pretty much. I thank y'all for joining me. I'm gonna go home now, go get some air conditioning, probably a cold bottle of water, except for this one. Yeah, y'all have a fantastic day. I'll see y'all tomorrow if all goes well.